Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorpe International. Well, it's been a busy week, not so much on the layout, just busy for me work-wise. I have learnt something about the stuff what I used for the hedge last week. Don't knock it off and stand on it because it just makes it go flat, and I've tried to pull it out and it doesn't go. So the big clumsy person stood on it and flattened it out because he knocked it off, because like I said last week, it wasn't stuck in. Anyway, it's okay, I can make another. At least I know how to do it now, but might be able to use that for something at some point. But I've been working on an area, you know what I'm like, just do something new, something different, and I wanted to tidy that area, start to tidy that area up and tie it in to some other ballasting. So I'll show you what I've been up to. Just one thing for there's a couple of people who are always interested. Teddy Bear, the hairy controller, was called into the vets last night, and he had to stay in overnight to give blood to a little dog what needed an emergency operation, and this operation, no matter what, they lose blood, so they needed a dog on site to feed it some blood. Anyway, he were happy, he got all the attention. It was like a lad's night out. But unfortunately, when we picked him up this morning, he hadn't had any blood taken, so it didn't sound very good for the little dog, which is unfortunate, but they'll have tried. So I'll show you what I've been up to. So these are the tunnel mouths I've got. I've got 2 packets of singles, and I've got 1 packet of double, and I've got an entrance of some description to make here, and then I've got 4 lines to do down there somehow. So I can put it anywhere I so wish, but the double, which is one of these, and then you have to paint them like I did these, but these were stone ones. I wanted concrete because it's a bit more of a modern thing, is this going into the mountain. A double isn't wide enough, only when you come up here. So I'll just move these boxes. It starts to get great for here. Get rid of the old pencil. But I don't want this point mortar under part of this hill, and it's going to bring it right over here. So I'm going to have to scheme it, make it go in. So I wondered, when I was ordering, if I could get 2 singles to work and stagger them maybe. That was the idea. Maybe 1 here and 1 slightly back. But I sort of didn't like it after all that. Can I get that one to stand up? Yes, I can. I sort of didn't like it. There wasn't really enough room here, and I couldn't put 2 together, and I just wasn't happy with the width. Now, okay, I could do some card ones and make it happen. But I quite like the quality of how they look. And they're the same, like I say, just different storms. So what I've decided to do is makeshift one. Now, so much so, I'd already started to cut that out. So what I've done is I've filed the top edge so that sits inside and stuck one on top of the other. So it'll sort of go in that area like that, and the distances look better. It is going to go a bit further back. So what I'm going to do now is sort of put this roughly in place, and then I'm going to have to collapse this. I did it high enough because I didn't know how far it was going to come, but now seeing it, that's what I think I need to do. And if I have to just cut some of this plaster cloth off, pull it off, so be it. And then the points are open. I'm going to make that one removable so I can get into it, and I'll just need to cut that a little bit so I can get into the point motor a little bit better, and I'll just decorate it in such a way it'll come out. Quite happy with that. So what I'll do is I'll just have a play with this area and then show you, and then I'll have to try and come up with a plan over there. That I ain't got a clue. But that's the fun of modelling, isn't it? So they say. So that's what I've come up with. Now, nothing's stuck or anything, and nothing's in the right place. You know, things have got to look like they're plumbed. Well, that's what I'm looking at, and then I'll make all this up with hydrocal and stuff. But it means now I can stick to the metal, build some rocks up round here, and I was going to maybe put some rocks on this just to make it look like it's part of the mountain being carved out before, you know, I don't know, just making it up as I go along. So I think that's that side. So this is what I've got up to now. I put some plaster bandage on around here and down the sides, and now I can plaster. Put some normal plaster on, and then I'm probably going to just put some hydrocal here to make some rocks. I've got some sides coming to put down here, some concrete sides. I think that'll look better against that. I was going to cut it back and grass it, but I'm going to put the concrete side on and then maybe fill the back up and then concrete it in. I'm happy with that. As you can see, I've ballast and the trains do run, and I can now green this area here and tie it up to some here, and there's some ballast missing on the 2 points, but I've got to put sleepers in between, and I haven't had time to do that. But I'm happy with that. It all ties in, and the rock colour is the same as the other side because they all, you know, all of this area is this type of colour. So, and now I've just got to do the other side, which I'll just reach over and show you. So that's the, I put a double, what I was trying to do, and I decided it looked really naff. I was not happy with it at all. But I was trying to do a lower tunnel. If I just put this piece, was it that piece? It's somewhere else, I don't know where it is. With, oh yeah, it is that, because it cut into the plaster Paris, the insulation. So there was one lower one, and then I was going to do a single for the back bit, and then there's a double I was going to fix into this area, and I just decided it didn't look right. It looked, like I say, a bit naff, and I wasn't happy. So I thought, right, I'll put two doubles, and if you notice, the one on the left has a slope down, and I've done that because that would then help hold the concrete blocks up at the top there. I'm going to put some trees in front of this, so you're not going to see it. It's mainly so I can tie this into that and finish it off, because trees will come right down to the bottom here. These spruce trees. So that'll all get tied in, and you won't see it where this one is going to be always, you know, right in your face kind of thing, because it's right at the front. But I didn't like that at all. But I gave it a go. That was the whole point of ordering two singles extras. So next I'll stick this side on. I'll get some green grass on. I'll fill these in, and hopefully then tie that to that, and then the ballast is done from that point all the way around through that tunnel to the trestle bridge. And then I've just got some more grassing to do. I've done nothing to the rocks because I've been busy on this and busy doing other things. But I'm pleased with that. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye for now. Bye.